so we decided at Tambu Lounge to get a little snack. So we've got in the honey coriander wings, which are the same wings that you can get over at Ohana's as part of their pupu platter that you get along with the meats that they come around with. So they also have the noodles, which I was really tempted to get, the pot stickers, some peel and eat shrimp, but we decided just to have the wings for now, and we'll eat something else at our next stop. Okay, so we're leaving the Tambu Lounge. We're still at the Poly. We wanted to give a quick little review. We did order one little bite. We got the Ohana wings. They're the honey coriander wings, and we were disappointed. We usually are such a fan of the food that comes from that kitchen, and we love the wings. And it just seemed like they were very gummy, the wings, and like the sauce was just kind of tossed on it really quick. So we have to say that we're not going to give a good rating for those wings. But as for the drinks, Brian's Pina Colada, he loved it. In fact, he got two. And I really enjoyed my mojito. So that was stop one on the monorail crawl. So let's see how I do tonight. Here we go. So we're now at the Contemporary. We're at Steakhouse 71. We took the monorail over from the Poly. We did a couple of gift shops, and then we came down here, and we had no trouble getting a seat at the lounge at about, if I can read my clock, about 5 o'clock. So we got our seats, and we just placed our order. Brian was originally going to get the stack burger, which they're known for, which is supposed to be great, but he actually was a little turned off by the lemon aioli, and actually he's not very hungry. We had some wings at the Tambu Lounge. He also ordered just a Diet Coke because of he just had 2 drinks, so he's just going to get a Diet Coke now, and he and I are going to share the lump crab cakes. I did order a drink. I got the Twisted Fig, which is monkey shoulder scotch whiskey with Cointreau Noir liqueur, fig simple syrup, and orange bitters. My drink was $17.50. The crab cakes were $16. So we're just waiting for my drink and the food, and we'll report back. Okay, so this is the Twisted Fig. It's the first alcohol I've had today that I actually taste the alcohol, but it's not overwhelming. You get that first taste, and then it kind of dissipates. You have the sweetness from the fig, but it's not overly like cloyingly sweet, and it doesn't kind of linger. It's very good. I like it a lot. It's like I said, it's got that sweetness from the fig, but then you also got that little bit of the bitterness, and you can taste the alcohol. So I think this is definitely the strongest drink I've had today. So I'm going to try to sip it. So our third stop on the Monorail Crawl is the Enchanted Rose at the Grand Floridian. So this is upstairs. I believe this is on the same level that we came in on the monorail. And so we came here after the Contemporary, Steakhouse 71. We stopped at a couple of gift shops, the Basin, which is great. We have soaps and candles that you can make. And then also one of the regular Disney souvenir shops. And now we're at the Enchanted Rose. At the last stop, we had the crab cakes. We've been having like one thing at each stop to eat along with our drinks. We haven't looked at the menu yet, the physical menu. We've looked ahead online, so we have some ideas what we might order, but we'll check back with you and let you know what we decide on. So I have the Floral Bitter Beauty. It's Hendrick's Gin, Saint Germain, Elderflower Liqueur, Campari Liqueur, Aperol Liqueur, lemon and soda. First sip, all I tasted was the soda water. I mixed it, and I still tasted just the soda water. I just mixed it a little. Then I drank it with a straw, and that's when all the flavor came in. It definitely tastes. It's good. It's good. It has a little bit of that grapefruit kind of taste. It's probably, I don't know what it is. Just the bitters with and the lemon. But it's not so sour that it's puckering or it's not pleasant. It's really well balanced, and I keep using that word because it definitely doesn't go too extreme with the bitterness, so I like it. I like that little bit of sourness. And Brian got the traditional old-fashioned. The seasonal old-fashioned was a tea base, a sweet tea. And so he declined that one. So he went with the original old-fashioned, which he was a little concerned when he first tried it because it had a lemon peel, and he despises lemon. But he gave it a shot, and he said it tastes great. So maybe we'll bring him over to the lemon side. So I think he's saying 9 out of 10, and I'll give mine a 9 out of 10 as well. Okay, so we just finished our bar crawl. We went to Enchanted Rose, beautiful, beautiful venue. It actually has 2 connecting rooms, and then if you go outside where the main bar is, back into the loft area looking down at the lobby, there's another room right next door that has more of a library feel for Beast Castle. It's all kind of themed around Beauty and the Beast. Our service was good. Our drinks were excellent. Again, I had the bitter drink, and Brian had the traditional old-fashioned, and they were both great. Where it fell down in our ratings was with the food. We ordered 3 things. We ordered the mixed nuts with the chipotle. No, actually it had guajillo spice, and it was very faint, but it gave a nice little essence to the nuts, and it had a good combination of cashews, pistachios, and the walnuts. It was a very good nut mix with cranberries on top. And then we also had the truffle fries and the croquettes, which were potato-based, fried, kind of like an arancini, but with potato versus the rice. And it had sausage. The sausage was very minimal. The fry was good, but the flavor was a little bland because although the sauce had flavor, the sausage was very minimal, so it was mostly potato. And the biggest downer was the truffle fries, which should have been the easiest thing. It came with an aioli that tasted, no word of a lie, just like margarine with no flavor, like a whipped margarine. And that's where the truffle was supposed to be. There's a very, very faint truffle. I tried it on its own, and there was a very faint truffle. You could taste it, but very faint. And then the fries themselves were limp. They weren't hot. They weren't fresh. And then, like I said, the nuts were kind of the best out of the group. So Enchanted Rose, awesome atmosphere. Probably the best out of the 3 lounges we went to today, which was the Tampa Lounge, the Steakhouse 71, now the Enchanted Rose. Worth it? Yes. Get drinks? Yes. Get something light like the nuts? Yes. Get the food menu for the 3 things we had? I would say no. Okay, friends. I completed the monorail crawl, and I am walking and speaking pretty coherently and not tripping or falling into anyone, although that's not really a test because I'll trip and fall into people on a good day, completely sober. So we are just getting off the monorail and walking to the buses where we will maybe go and check out what's on the boardwalk. So I survived! Yay!